next story is about a young boy who wasn't given a very positive outlook at birth.
When 9-year-old Shakti was diagnosed with spina bifida, his parents were told he'd be bedridden. Yeah, right. Check this little guy out.
Don't forget, you've got to try and get the ball with one hand.
Okay.
When 9-year-old Shakti was introduced to tennis, he didn't have the strength to pick up a tennis ball, let alone hold a racket.
His parents brought him to me when he was just 5 years old, I think, so he's now 9. Progress, leaps and bounds.
The medical profession offered basic advice to Shakti's parents.
Just to get him involved in a few things, but we weren't specifically told what to do. So we just went soul searching and tried to get him into a few things.
Shakti now whizzes around the court like lightning.
We wanted to look at something to develop his posture when he's standing or sitting down because of his backbone.
I can do forehand, serves and a bit of backhand. I'm best at forehand and I really like doing serves. It's really fun to get the ball up really high. The hardest thing of tennis sometimes is turning the wheelchair.
I had to teach him to push the chair, catch the ball, roll the ball, basically just using the wheelchair by himself. And go.
Oops, occupational hazard. It won't be the last time he does that.
Can you get up
Even
on your
so,
own?
Shakti's brushed that one off and is ready for another go.
A long time ago when I didn't play tennis, I'd usually go really slow in my wheelchair. I've always wanted to go a bit faster. I had this girl in my school, she was on wheelchair also. I would always like to race her, but she always beats me. So now I can almost beat her.
Strength-wise, he is so strong. I can't believe how strong he is. Fitness, he's good. He does a whole hour once a week. He could probably outplay a lot of kids that are able-bodied. Yeah, that's where you want to make contact.
Shakti's posture has improved. In fact, he's increased the level of movement in every part of his body.
He never had any movements in his legs at all. Got a bit of movement on his toes now. I think tennis has helped him with his muscle building.
Because he's increased his muscle tone, Shakti now uses his wheelchair less and less.
I can say as far as his progress is concerned, I'm just really happy that he's still playing and he's really enjoying it.
The calipers and shoes are awkward to get off.
Shakti, remove your shoes, please. Yeah.
But house rules still apply. Doctors predicted that Shakti would never venture far from his bed, but he can now walk with crutches and calipers.
When we were initially told what his disability was and what was the outcome, and to see him walking on crutches now after 9 years, it's a great relief, because for the doctor to say that neck down, that's it, your son will be bedridden and paralyzed from neck down, and to see him walking in crutches now, it's we're really happy and very, very proud of him.
He was kind of forced to use crutches when the family made a trip to India, not the most accessible country. Up until then, Shakti relied entirely on his wheelchair.
We went to India, especially to visit our guru. We was been advised not to take the wheelchair to India because of that surface, if you're going on the road and all that.
Potholes, and the roads are not very well. He used his crutches a lot in India.
So we did a lot of walking.
Well, he was very popular because he had a yellow crutches. And he was running around, and a lot of children in India had crutches like that. It was all wooden or iron, and it looked really different, and people were curious, like, where's this guy from? He looks like one of us, but it's got different stuff, and we want one of those.
Shakti attracted lots of attention in India. Today, he enjoys choosing between his wheelchair and crutches.
With my crutches, I can't catch a ball or throw a ball or stuff like that. As with my wheelchair, I can. So yeah, I kind of like them equally.
Tennis is just one of Shakti's hobbies. He goes to swimming lessons, he learns the violin and practices an hour a day.
Hello, Shakti.
Hi. Sometimes my dad, because he's at work, he sometimes thinks that I doesn't practice. And yeah, my mum always knows I practice.
Now, I thought the best thing to give him more exercise is some kind of playing the instrument. That's where I thought of violin. I think with the violin, your finger movement, you need a lot of finger movements.
I've been playing for 5 years, and I really enjoyed it a lot.
That's the idea.
I know I do quite well. I think my teacher does.
Bridge. Leaning back, because I still want you to sit
Yeah.
forward and sit nice and upright.
It's like fun to see that you can actually play something and make cool noise. Probably getting the right note sometimes. That's pretty hard.
Shakti's violin teacher, Yona, is a trained nurse and has experience working with disabilities. She focuses on his posture when he plays.
You can even tip the violin a little bit that way. Keep your head over. That's it. Off you go. Because normally violinists stand when they play. And so from the waist up, he's got to be as if he's standing. So we're trying to give him some support and yet get him to lean forward and sit up. A little bit stiff here. That's what we're trying to find. Okay, would you like to try that one again? See if you can get that. That's lovely.
Keeping Shakti involved in all these activities is costly. Luckily, the family received funding from the Carbine Club. It's a racing club that holds an annual golf tournament and donates the proceeds to Parafed Auckland. Parafed in turn makes grants to individuals wanting to try sporting and cultural activities.
So we applied to show that we want to use it for his violin, the music lessons, because the music lesson is like it's quite an expensive thing. Like half an hour we are paying almost around $25. So we managed to get it for $500 per year.
I think he's pretty dedicated. I hope so anyway. I mean, there's lots of potential there.
My favorite piece would be Concertino. The longest piece I've actually done.
Shakti's violin practice paid off. He was invited to join the North Shore Youth Orchestra.
There's a lot of players and all. Our conductor's name is David.
1, 2, 3.
He's really nice. He doesn't make us do so much, and he gives us quite easy pieces, not too hard.
There's range of motion for his back and his arms. There's a lot of coordination between the two hands, of course, and then you've got to be looking at your music, you've got to be looking at the conductor, so you've got a lot of work to be going backwards and forwards, up and down, and the arms are moving, so there's a lot of coordination.
I'm in the third violin, and the third violins kind of keep the beat, so in a way I am quite important.